Good morning, this is Mike here, and welcome to my workbench. I believe that my workbench is the most important tool in the wood shop, in my shop. And one of the most fundamental tasks that my workbench does is it helps me with work holding. So using the proper tools and the proper accessories, I can secure a wide range of pieces while I sand, while I plane, while I chisel, while I saw, while I route, and any other operation that I might do in the shop. And so to help you get the most from your workbench, Taylor Toolworks offers some very useful workbench accessories. So this is the first work holding appliance I think every shop should have, and that's a holdfast. Holdfasts are really a traditional work holding device, and they work by just dropping them in a 3/4 inch dog hole, placing the head on top of your work, hitting it with a mallet, and they will secure work very well. Then to release, you just hit the back and they pop out. So since they work by this shaft wedging itself in a hole, they will only work on workbenches that are like between maybe 2 and 3 inches thick. If they're too thick, they won't work. If they're too thin, it won't grab. And they also are limited in the thickness of stock that they can hold. They will really only hold stock that's maybe 2.5 to 3 inches tall. So this is our patent pending vertical workbench hold down clamp. The way this works is the end slips in any dog hole, and then you can secure any flat piece to your bench. So all you do is you place your piece on the bench, drop this in a hole, lower the clamp head on there, tighten the screw, and it will hold your work very well. So they can work on thin parts or even parts as thick as 7.5 inches tall. So they have much more versatility. They can also work on workbenches that are thick, but they also can work on workbenches that are as thin as 3/4 of an inch. So if you do not have a vise, you can use these vertical workbench clamps to secure pieces to your bench. Now, if you have a thick top that's maybe at least 2 inches thick, you can drill some dog holes in it. And then you can drop one of these clamps in one of those dog holes. Then you can put a bench dog further down, and then you can actually take the clamp, rest it on the dog, and you can lower it in there, and you can tighten it down. And that will secure a board so that you can work on the edge. If you want to work on the end of a board, you can actually just take 2 of these, and you can put them in here, and then you can sit another one over here. Now you're able to work the end of a board. So these can greatly increase the versatility of your bench as long as you have some dog holes properly spaced. Oh, here's a pro tip if you have dog holes in your bench, is always route chamfer around the hole. What that'll do is it'll soften a little bit, but also if you put your bench dog in there and you push it down too far and you can't get it out, you can actually then just take a screwdriver and you can just wedge in there and pull your dog up enough so you can grab it. So there's a pro tip when you use bench dog holes. This is one of our inline adjustable bench dogs, and these work simply by you can put a bench dog in your bench, place a piece against it. You can drop this in another bench dog hole, and you can tighten it down, and it'll secure your work to your bench. So the nice thing about this is it has a full 6 inches of travel, or actually the screw is 5 inches of travel and a full 6-inch reach. So if you have dog holes that are spaced 6 inches apart on center, you can clamp any size piece. Another nice thing about this is that when you place it down on your bench, it's actually only 11/16 tall, so it doesn't stick above your work. So you can actually plane and sand pieces 4/4 work without it interfering with this clamp. So this little clamp can actually eliminate the need for an end vise, which is very useful. The last accessory we have are kind of a wide range of bench dogs. We have them in aluminum, but we also have them in brass. That's very important. If you were to actually inadvertently strike this with a plane or a router, it wouldn't destroy your bit. These are designed to slip in any 3/4 inch dog hole. They have a side spring that keeps them from slipping. Once they slide in, they hold very well. We have short ones, 2 3/8 inch long for thinner tops. We also have some that are 4 3/8 for thicker tops. We also have some that are made of plastic, very inexpensive. And these are only 1/2 inch tall, so they won't interfere with 4/4 stock. And you can just drop these in your dog holes. They cost around $1 a piece, so they're very cost effective. So there you have it, multiple bench accessories to help you get the most out of your bench. Check these out at taytools.com.